healthy. This is Deborah. Now, this morning, I was making some healthy cornbread. It's been a cold, rainy day here. I know it's cold for a lot of you around the country right now, but also we need to have during this cold weather something really healthy and warm to eat, right? So I'm making a few things. One of them is a barley vegetable soup. Now this is a terrific soup because vegetable soup is always great because you can make it gluten-free if you have people that have gluten intolerances, but I've also got a great potato soup going. So I'm going to show you what I have going here. What I did was I took some fresh vegetables and onion and garlic, and I sauteed those in a little oil. You could also use a vegan butter, and got those a little translucent. Then I added in some vegetables, my carrots and celery. I put in some green beans, and I've got so far 4 cups of vegetable broth in that. Now, I could use water if I wanted to, but I'm opting to use vegetable broth. I'm gonna put in 8 total. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. So we've got 8 there. And then all of my spices. I tend to add more spice for my personal taste, depending on who I'm cooking for. I like to find out how they like things or how their system can handle it. But I've got some good oregano there, optional celery salt, some pepper. Oh, I've got, did I say oregano? Some basil, and I'm putting all of that in, some onion powder. And that's going into my pot too. This is gonna, I wish we had smell-o-vision, because let me tell you, my kitchen smells really, really good right now. Had that potatoes going in the Instapot, and we're gonna finish the next phase of that. And then you could add also to this a white bean, maybe a pinto bean. I'm using these Great Northern beans, and stir that up, get that in. And then last, my barley. So I've got a cup of barley that I'm putting in here uncooked, and got a nice heavy stock pot that I'm using. It's not quite a cast iron, but really, really heavy Dutch oven going here. And I'm gonna get that up to a nice simmer, and then I'm gonna lower that heat, kind of a little rolling simmer. And then we're gonna let that cook for at least 30 minutes up to an hour. Now, this is something that I'm gonna share with some friends who aren't feeling too good. I want them to have a nice, warm, healthy option for their menu. It's always nice to have something like that when you're not feeling good, have somebody bring that by, right? So we're gonna get that going. And then the other thing that we're gonna add to that is tomato paste, about a 1/3 cup. You could also use diced tomatoes. And I am opting for the tomato paste. Oops, see, look at, I'm looking here. I'm keeping it real with you. Got a little close-up of me there. And this is gonna give this kind of an Italian feel to it. I really love the Italian seasonings in it. You might have certain favorites that you wanna add. And it's a pretty easy soup to make. There's nothing really complicated or tricky about it. And then add that in to your soup as well. So, okay, that's your last thing. Just mix that up really good, and that'll give it a nice zesty broth. Something that if you have somebody that maybe even has a little sore throat, it's gonna feel really good going down. Okay. We've got a great soup going here. Now, you could also add with this, if you had zucchini or maybe cauliflower or broccoli, you could put that in. But I just opted for the green beans, the carrots, the celery. You might even put a potato in if you wanted. You can really have fun with your vegetables there. But because I made a potato soup, I decided I didn't want to put any potato in. Okay. So we'll get that going, and when I see that up to a nice simmer. Now I'm going to bring it over to my potato soup, because what we've done here in our Instapot is I've gotten the carrot and the celery all mixed up in there and cooked that. Got it going on the saute setting for about 15 minutes. I got my oil hot, put the onions and the garlic in. Then I set it for 10, put all my seasonings, everything in, and pressure cooked it in the Instapot for 10 minutes. Now what I'm going to do, and you can use your choice of milk on this. I'm using almond milk today, but you could use coconut milk if you wanted, but I'm making this totally plant-based, no dairy, and this carton is 4 cups. So I'm adding that in. Now, these recipes, you're gonna find these a lot on my websites, not all of them, but these are things that I make for my clients. If they have a particular allergy to something, or they prefer something, I cater it to their needs. Now, to make this a nice creamy potato soup, I'm just gonna use my immersion blender. Now this has rosemary in it, fresh rosemary, and we make this a nice creamy potato soup. There we go. Now, this is dairy-free. So for anyone who's lactose intolerant, and it's gluten-free, but you could just add whatever you wanted to the top of this. Now, my plan is for my friends, I'm gonna cook up a little bacon for them and a little onion and some cheese, because they don't have any issues with any of those things, and give that to them as their garnish on their side of this. So that when they heat it up, they have a nice potato soup with a little topping on it. Another really good thing is you could toast a few little croutons and put that on there, or maybe tortillas, and you've got a great healthy potato soup, even just the way it is. So a couple soups, really quick and easy to make. This one took me a total of 30 minutes from start to finish. And my vegetable soup, depending on how long I cook that, you're looking at anywhere from, an hour and 15 minutes to 45 minutes. But I hope you're doing well, that you're staying healthy, that life is